Good morning and thanks for joining us on the midweek edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan-Ikpoyi. It's a full house this morning. I have Super Sam Omatseye as well as Mike Okwoche. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
It's the midweek.
Great to be here.
Yeah, it's the midweek already, and we are counting down to Saturday for the governorship and state assembly election. And INEC chair has begun to speak, as well as the National Security Advisor, saying that the election for Saturday is a contest, not war, and so political parties should not engage in anything that could compromise security as we look towards the election, Sam.
You know, they say all politics is local. This is the really local election.
Right.
And we have a cavalcade or a galaxy of local elections with local peculiarities and local issues, and each with own cultural peculiarities as well. So we can see that while we were concerned with the presidential elections, the local elections tend to generate a kaleidoscope of emotions across the country. While some are talking about I don't want that man because of what he did to my grandfather, because it's not, the other one is saying that the other one was the one that stole my chicken the other day. So it is local matter. It's not whether you want a Muslim ticket or whether you want. It is what happened in my backyard. That man was looking at my wife with that bad way. I need to kill him. That kind of thing. You know? So those are the kind of things that happen. So when we are talking about security and anger in elections, this is the time for the security to understand the local, the lay of the land, as they say, and to understand how to apply security in those places. But even while we are at it, we need to also stress the point that this is an election, this is not a war, and so we don't even need soldiers. We don't need soldiers in the elections. The police should be able to take care of matters. So soldiers come in, sometimes they try to strong arm people.
It's a contest, not war. Right. And stemming from what we have seen from the presidential election, we have seen some persons saying this governorship is perhaps is going to be a protest vote. And some are saying that perhaps they will just boycott the elections in its totality. What do you foresee?
Well, the point there is anybody who boycotts the election does that at his or her own peril. The point there is that whatever the outcome is, you take it like that. The best thing is, if you want to protest, the best way to protest is going to vote. If you don't want this person to be, you vote against the person. If you want this person, you vote for the person. The point there is, the election is not a do or die. In the last election, we saw the war that took place, the war of words, how people behaved, you know, the emotions and all of that. I think Nigerians will begin to mature with the approach to what election is. Election is a game. Whatever the thing is a game of life.
It should be a celebration of our democracy.
It should be like a festival. It should be like a carnival. Because if there's a carnival and they say, okay, come, let us contest, let us play, is it target or play whatever, who should win? Or let us swim together, who should win? Whoever swims first and gets there first will get this prize. That's how it also looks. The difference is that this is a superstructure. Because we're talking about people who will decide the destiny of the country. But however way, it's still a game. That is why they put two persons or 3 persons or 4 persons or 10 persons together to contest for one thing. One person will get it. At the end of the day, whoever gets it does everything that we want. That is what the Constitution says. So the governorship election will come and go. It will be peaceful. Like Sam has said, the sentiments around what shaped the presidential election is going to be different from this one. That one, the sentiments shared in Rivers State or the sentiments shared in Kano State geared towards almost the same thing because there was one common goal. But at this point, if you take Plateau State and Nasarawa State, neighboring states, for instance, what shapes the politics in Plateau State is totally different from what shapes the politics in Nasarawa State. So we're going to see this local dynamics begin to play out. And it's going to be quite interesting. But in all, Nigeria should move forward. That's what the thing is.
All right, let's bring you the news update at this